Hello, Potato. I thought today we'd do ourselves a little wee bit of Lego. And so today we're going to put together kit 75344, Boba Fett's Starship Microfighter. Now, I don't normally do the Microfighters. I always felt like they're a lost opportunity to do a kart racing game. Sort of like that Lego Racing 2K or whatever that just came out earlier in the year. But with Mario Kart style thing with Star Wars characters. I always felt like that's where they were going with the Microfighters, because they made me think of like Mario Kart or less charitably Super Bombad Racing. And I thought that's where we're going to go. We'd see a Microfighters game come out at some point, and thus far, years down the road, it hasn't happened. But I bought a couple of the Microfighters at like the very, very beginning. I bought, I think, the Millennium Falcon and the TIE Fighter. And the TIE Fighter, I think, fell behind a dresser, and I have bits of it still. But I've never gone back there to excavate out the rest of it. But then a while back, I was trying to order some stuff off of Amazon, and I wanted to get same-day delivery, and I needed to go a little bit more to get same-day delivery, so I thought, this was like $10. Why the heck not? I have an entire shelf of Slave Ones, or Boba Fett Starship as they're now called, although one of them is Jango Fett's, and therefore not Boba Fett Starship, and indeed was called Slave One when I bought it. But I also feel I understand why maybe Disney doesn't want to put the word slave on things. Go figs. But I have my shelf of Slave Ones, of Starfighters, and I thought, there's a little spot at the front there I could dust off and probably fit one more little wee Boba Fett Starship in that spot. And that's what we're going to do today. It's for ages 6 and up. It's just 85 pieces. If the fast forward on this is more than a minute, I'll be surprised. But yeah, this shouldn't take very long to put together at all. On the back there, and also, kind of like with those armor suit things, it's a good way for kids to get the minifigures. Like, you don't want to get your kid a $50 Boba Fett Starship set, but they really want a Boba Fett figure. This is a good, inexpensive way to do it. I think there's one of those armor suits coming out that's going to have a Boba Fett too. I mean, it seems like a natural one to go for. I know there's like Vader and a Stormtrooper, but I feel like the Fett Man is a natural choice too. See, he's got his black under suit on, so this would be the Book of Boba Fett version of Boba Fett, not the classic version. So we have a wee little construction manual, a wee little instruction manual, and 3 little bags of bits. How many steps could this possibly take? Let's see here. I have been tempted to get the Razor Crest Microfighter too, but I've so far not done it. I think there's a Naboo Starfighter one for him now too, isn't there? Let's see. 50 pages. 42 steps. The last one being don't shoot yourself in the eye with them. All right, so let's build kit 75344 in the fast forward, of course, and I'll see you probably in about a minute. And there we have it, Lego Star Wars Kit 75344, Boba Fett's Starship Microfighter. And look, you can sort of get him in there holding his gun. Doesn't look like any place to really store the gun. They have nicely thought to put space in here for his jetpack, which is, I I think it's been an issue in some kits in the past where they've had backpacks that don't fit in there. But that's not been a problem here. So you get a nice little, nicely printed, I think, Boba Fett. He is very similar to the Boba Fett that came in the Boba Fett Starship, like full-size set. Last year, year before, whenever Book of Boba Fett, well, like 6 months after Book of Boba Fett came out, and they released Book of Boba Fett kits. Got a little face, one side only, of course, because he doesn't have hair, so if the helmet's off, you see the back of his head. It's nicely scarred up. Looks kind of angry. Can't imagine why. He's had such a calm, peaceful, privileged life, so I don't know what he would have to be upset about. And then it's just like a little tiny, like Mario Kart style, Super Bombad racing style Boba Fett's Starship. Little thrusters on the back, and it's got the old kind of tiny missiles that you just kind of push on the front, and they pop out. Well, when they fall out, I guess I need to flick them a little harder. And yeah, not as fun as you might think, but they look nice as his guns. I think we'll just leave them like that. Plus, perfect for what I want to do with it. It stands up on its own, which is ideal because I want it to stand up on its own. There are a couple of my Boba Fett Starships that did not stand up on their own and had to be modified slightly to make them stand up. I think actually the most recent one and the original, like year 2001, both needed some modification to make them stand up on their own, as were I think the Attack of the Clones version and that really nice like 50th anniversary Empire version both stand up quite nicely on their own. But not much to say about it. You can rotate the wings into flying formation or into this flying formation. However, you can't rotate the guns, so that's not good for being in combat, although more aerodynamic. That's just a cute little solid build. Less than 100 pieces. I mean, I think they've done a very good job for doing it with less than 100 pieces. And again, just like a little like value kit, a little I will buy you something, you shut up while we're shopping kind of an item, not, or a stocking stuffer even. I could see it as a stocking stuffer, not as a main gift, but a little something to say, I appreciate you not being an unholy terror for 20 minutes. But it's cute, and it'll go nicely up on the shelf, and there's really nothing else to say about it. It is identifiably, clearly, the slave one. I would say actually more identifiably so than the original one from 20 years ago, which honestly I actually don't think contained that many more extra pieces. I think it was like 200 or 300 pieces in that one. And yeah, this still looks miles better than that. But that was nice, just a nice little relaxing Lego build for the middle of the week. I feel relaxed, don't you? I hope you at least feel entertained, or at least found it interesting. If you did, go ahead, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.